Awesome. So what is Coding for Veterans?
Yeah, so Coding for Veterans is an organization that helps military veterans retrain for jobs in software development and cybersecurity. The program's delivered 100% online through the University of Ottawa, and there's over 650 students that have enrolled in the program since it launched in 2019, and we have over an 85% placement rate of graduates coming out of our program.
And why coding in veterans? Like, what was the need that you were trying to fill there?
Yeah, so in Canada, there's over 150,000 IT jobs projected to go unfilled in the next 12 to 18 months. And when you look at the soft skills of the men and women in our military, things like attention to detail, leadership, teamwork, that aligns perfectly with the skills that employers are looking for in the tech sector.
Okay, interesting. All right, but you're sitting on a float. What does your float look like then?
Yeah, so our float really is a culmination of military imagery. We have an F-35 fighter jet. We have a LAV, and we also have a replica of the HMCS Calgary. And then we have intertwined technology as part of this, where we have a large screen made to look like a laptop, but we've also embedded QR codes on the side of the float. So as it goes down the parade route, people are able to bring out, their phone, scan the QR code, and find out information about our program in real time.
Whoa, that is a lot going on in one float. You have a F-35 fighter jet?
Yeah, and what's neat is that at the back of the jet, and we have graduates from our program that are riding the float, as well as other military veterans, and they're actually standing under the fighter jet.
So this is your first time in the Stampede Parade, right? How did that happen?
Yeah, so it was funny. Our program actually expanded to the U.S. in January, and to announce that expansion, we had a float in the Rose Bowl Parade, and we were one of the top award winners. But unbeknownst to ourselves, there were members of the Calgary Stampede Committee in the grandstands, and we were the first float in 35 years from Canada down there, and there's some notoriety with it, and by the time we made it back to Canada, the Stampede Committee reached out and asked if we'd be interested in, they've invited us to be in the parade, and we can't be more thrilled than to be here, and definitely we'll be coming back.
And so is the goal, I guess the goal is to have an amazing sounding float, for sure, but it's also so people watching, if they've been involved in the military, can sort of be inspired by your program. Like, what would be a win for you?
Yeah, so there's actually two wins. And so the first one is exposure of our program to military veterans and enrollment. And really those opportunities, and we've always said, what better way to honor the sacrifices of the men and women in the military than by giving them good-paying, high-quality careers in IT. And, you kind of go from serving on the battlefield to serving in cyberspace. But the second thing is awareness for employers of the value that veterans bring to an organization as employees and why they should be hiring them.
Are you a veteran yourself?
No. I'm a geek. I've come from the tech sector, and so I know what's in demand. But I've had numerous family members that have been in the military, and I've seen the positive impact the military has had, and that's what kind of brought these two aspects together to form this program back in 2019.
Well, Jeff, I know you're on your float right now. You're going to be taking off in about just over half an hour's time, so thanks for spending a few moments with us this morning.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, and, it's going to be a phenomenal day, and, I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you guys.
That's Jeff Musson. He's the Executive Director of Coding for Veterans. They have a float in the parade. You'll see them because they have an F-35 fighter jet as part of their parade, as part of their float, and also just giant screens, so sort of bringing together military and IT all together. All right, and somebody else who is down, taking part in the parade is Jenny DeRosio. She's with us again one last time. Hey, Jenny.
Hey, Judy, and I'm standing next to Janice Lee with JKL Trail Rides. Hi there, Janice.
Hi there, how are you today?
Great. I'm standing behind some horses, but you warned me they won't kick me. Is that right?
They're very gentle, very kind, and they're used to all this activity, so you being behind them isn't much to them.
Wonderful. Well, so what's your parade presence look like? Because our listeners can't hear it.
Well, we are a team of 6 riders and 2 walkers. We have 8 total in our group. And what we have here is 6 horses that have these giant 24-foot wings on each side of them. So 12 feet on one side, 12 feet on the other, 24-foot distance, and they're all feathers, sparkles, and brightly colored patterned wings.
I'm seeing lime green, I'm seeing hot pink, purple, and then the classic black and white feathers. And the horses are all decked out, and the riders are all decked out, too. What are they wearing?
These riders are wearing nice, long, flowing dresses, kind of to give that angel look to them. So they're supposed to look like angels on Pegasus horses. Kind of give that dream factor, a little bit of magic, and a little bit of excitement to the energy of what you already have going on here at Calgary Stampede.
So last year was your first year